Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So I got an email from a subscriber, and the subscriber sent a donation. So thanks for your donation. And remember, guys, if you want to guarantee that your question will be answered, make sure you click the link below and send a donation. So this one says, thanks for your great help over the last few years. I'm a pretty good flirt and have excellent conversation skills, but I struggle with screening and qualifying women during dates. I seem to have been conditioned that the date is all about the woman, when it is really about the woman and I evaluating each other to see if we're compatible. A lot of women try to act like the date is about the man trying to impress them, which is BS. I was on a date the other day. I am 26 and the woman is 40. She looked younger and looked great. The problem, though, was her personality. She asked me questions about my occupation, etc., but when I asked her the same question, she looked at me like I was crazy, for asking. She said, "What do you mean? What do I do for a living?" She was a bit tense, socially awkward, blunt, and disagreeable. I was trying to ask her questions about herself, but she seemed a bit stuck up and bougie. What are good questions to ask these women to find out if they are even worth dealing with? Should I evaluate / qualify women when I first approach them or on a date? If I want to just hook up with a woman, should I ask her what she thinks about hooking up on a date or during the approach? Mind you, I just go up to these women and introduce myself and tell them that we should meet up. Most of my approaches are still during the daytime, so it would be weird for me to bring up hooking up on the intersection on my way to work with a bunch of business people there. I took your advice with night game, but I had more attention-seeking women there, and I seem to do better in the daytime. Go figure. I guess I might have to research different night places. I'm so big on nonverbal communication and go off energy and vibes, but I do need some great questions to evaluate women better. I just know these basic questions such as, what are they passionate about in life? Do they have children or other qualities like that? But I need some solid questions, especially on these dates, so that I can really tell if the woman is worth me pursuing. I usually approach women directly, so I don't have the time to screen them while walking on the street or waiting a couple of minutes before the train comes. I try to make my approach simple and try to screen if we go out on a date. It would not make sense to approach a woman indirectly and ask a bunch of questions and then get rejected, or for the woman to tell me that she is unavailable or she has a boyfriend. So I suppose qualifying / evaluating a woman is better to do on dates. All right. So this is the thing, when you're talking to women and you're trying to figure out what they're about, right? It's about you asking questions so that you can see if she's the type of chick you want, and those questions should be based off of what you want and what you're about and what you like. You understand? So a lot of times what you want to do is beforehand, you want to already, know what you're about and the things that you want to do, so that when you're talking to a girl and having that conversation with her, the questions you're asking her, right, are the questions that pertain to the things you like. And then, with her response, that'll tell you, okay, is this chick cool enough to fuck with? You understand what I'm saying? So let's say, for example, you're the type of guy who likes women who don't have kids. You feel what I'm saying? So then you ask her, hey, do you have any kids? Right? So the question is based off of what you're trying to figure out. So it's not about just asking the woman questions so that she can be entertained, or so that, y'all can just keep going back and forth. It's more so the questions are based off of you trying to figure out, the chick you're dealing with. Now, what I want to say is this also, is that, it's about the vibe that you're having with the chick also. It's not about you just asking the quote unquote right questions, because there is no right questions necessarily, right? It's about the vibe you're having while you're doing that thing, and just how you are overall on a date with the girl. So you said that this chick you was on a date with, you said that, she was asking you, like, why are you asking what she does for a living, or what do you mean what I do for a living? And you said she was like tense and awkward or whatever. And you even said in your email, you said the problem though was her personality, right? So it's not that you were not asking good questions, or wasn't that you weren't asking the right questions. It was that this chick's personality sucked. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that you have to find some sort of specific, thing to say or questions to say in order to make the situation better. It's more so you figure out what questions you want to ask in order for you to get the type of information you want from the chick. But at the same time, you have to still see the vibe of how this chick is responding to you, just in general. So in your situation right here, it's not a matter of the questions you was asking. It was just that this chick was, on some bullshit. And so now this isn't the chick that's worth seeing because of how she's responding to you. You understand? It's that simple. Because you could have asked the same types of questions you asked her to another girl and the vibe would have been cool. So it's not necessarily the questions you're asking. It's more so it's the vibe that's going, how the vibe is between you and the girl. Right? And also you were asking about how, if you're talking to a chick, should you try to evaluate a qualified woman when you first approach them or just on a date? And the thing is, when you first approach a chick, sometimes you might not have enough time to get into a long drawn out conversation, right? So you exchange information and then you set up a date. Now, there's some people who will say, oh, well, you should get the information and then talk to her on the phone first and then try to figure out, if this is the type of chick you want to like go out with or hang out with. And then if she is, then you can, go on the date. Right. But see, the thing is, I don't necessarily recommend that too much, because what it is when you're talking on the phone, that's okay. But what happens is that you're missing the body language. You're missing the eye contact. You're missing all, those things that create that vibe that you need to create when you are dealing with the chick. Because you can talk to the chick on the phone and everything seems cool, but then you meet her and the vibe's not there because in person it's just not clicking. So it's like, it doesn't make sense to do the phone thing when the in-person thing might not click. So just skip the phone thing and do the in-person thing if you want to see if they're going to really click. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, what I wanted to say is that, when it comes to questions, it's all about, what do you want to find out about this chick that you're dealing with? And this goes for if you're on a date. This goes for if you just met a girl at a bar and you're talking to her. You understand? You want to sort of, see what's popping with this chick. And then, based off of that, based off of how she's responding to you, based off the vibe, then you decide whether or not you want to continue to fuck with her or not. All right. So that's pretty much it. Listen, guys, if you have any questions, make sure you click the link below and I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.
Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below to send me a question. If you have a question on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which teaches you 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And 3, I want you to click the link under that one to go to Bad Boy Membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month.
What's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.